So I and Sanjeev will be presenting StockSavvy. So just to set some context, right? So last year I went for the AWS conference in Vegas. I attended a lot of sessions, and every session felt incomplete if they did not use the word AI, right? And that's when I knew it's something I need to do or learn just to stay ahead of the curve. I work as an architect in one of the big financial companies, so we work on a lot of strategies and all. So AI is the next big thing. So I really wanted to get get ahead learning this and really see where we can actually use it. So so it's really been nice the last 8 weeks, we learning all this stuff, uh, and was really happy to make something in such a short period of time. So let's jump right in. All right, sorry. All right. So what does everyone really want, right? So everyone wants to be happy, right? The happiness is something which everybody really wants to. Um, though the definition of happiness is really different. When we are children, right, playing games, watching TV, eating candies, just hanging out with friends, that used to make us happy, right? But as you grow old, the definition changes, right? It becomes a lot more materialistic. So what makes people happy now, right? People like generally old, right? Maybe a house on the beach, right? Some people really like a really nice house. Some people want a really nice car. Some love to travel around the world. So, and some may want everything. So it varies, right? But the important thing is, what do we really need to get them, right? And it's money, right? It's money is really important, and we need money to buy all these things that make us happy. But the question is it easy to make money? I think it's not. It's really hard. It's like climbing a big ski mountain with all the ski gear on your back. It's not easy. So that's when we thought, how about we make a tool, right? If you give a tool, does it make life easier for you, right? And like you build a ski lift, right? That would give people, make life a lot more easier for people to just climb up the mountain, do the ski, and be happy, right? So that was the thought process, to build a tool that will help people make money, right? So what do we do first, right? So we need to have a recipe to build a tool. So we thought about, like, what would be the recipe all about, right? So came up with some idea, like, look at the past data, look at what the prices are, the present data, do a prediction, right? And try to build something, right, which will help the people, right? And that's where the idea of StockSavvy came in, right? So it's a stock investment tool that we thought we should build out to help people. What it really does is it looks at live prices, historical as well as current price. It looks at the news, the current news, the historical news, and it uses ML models like ARIMA and random forest to really determine or predict the future of the stock price. And it also looks at the news articles, does a sentimental analysis on the news to figure out what is the sentiment of that stock, right? So it gives you a prediction of the future price, as well as it tells you, looking at the news, what is the sentiment about that stock in the market, right? So that's, and using both those two outputs, it provides a recommendation. Um, how does it really work? We have tried to use most of the concepts that we have learned in the class, like um, Landgraph, agents, RAG, right? And what we are trying to use is basically, rather than just pulling in data and storing it, we are trying to use live data. So that's the beauty of the tool, right? Just at a high level, like how it really works. So, and this is something you'll see in the demo anyways, but when you come to the tool, you can put in the name of the company you want to really get some recommendations on. We have something called as a data analyst, which takes that company's name, determines the stock ticker for the company. Then it inputs it to two models, ARIMA and random forest, which do the price prediction, and it take in the real-time prices from Yahoo Finance. We go back up to 90 days. And then it does the forecasting of the price based on that data. And then the control passes to the evaluator, which really predicts what is the price, or the prediction for that, and whether it should be a buy, sell, or a hold. Then what we also do is we go to Google and pull out all the news for that stock and do a sentimental analysis on each of the news article, and then we try to derive what is the dominant sentiment of the stock and what is the rationale for that sentiment being dominant, like whether it's why is it positive, why is it neutral, and then we combine it with the prediction to give the user a good recommendation of whether they should buy, sell, or hold the stock. What the tool also provides is you can actually converse with the tool to get more insights on the recommendation and the summary of the sentiments that we have provided, or you can just go back and search for another company. So that's what we have built out for you guys. I'll hand it over to Sanjeev to go ahead and present it.
Awesome. Thank you. Let me. Okay. Okay. Who wants to make money now? Let me quickly walk through the demo. And so, I mean, as Atin just said, we have built an agentic RAG, and we've learned all the concepts in the AI Makerspace course. And yeah, I mean, so the primary goal here is, these agents are equipped with multiple tools that does the stock prediction. And let me enter Apple here. And it goes through a series of steps. The first step is the data analyst, as just Atin said. So the data analyst, what it does is it goes to, it goes to Yahoo Finance, gets the historical data for the past 90 days, and then feeds that into our models. So here we use two models, ARIMA as well as the random forest. So ARIMA model is primarily used for time series, and also the thing is ARIMA is good at kind of like the day-wise prediction. Whereas random forest, it can pick like data randomly, and then we can pass that data to the decision tree, and it's so we currently use these two models. And what we do here is we calculate the mean absolute error. And the thing is, the lower the mean absolute error, the better it is. And the thing is, this both the models run through the evaluator. The evaluator is the one that's making that decision. Okay, here, if you see the screen, I did this all live. And the thing is, the ARIMA model predicted the mean absolute error of 1.67, and which is and the random forest model predicted a mean average error of 1.86. So the thing is here, the thing is it's going to pick the ARIMA model. And that's the primary purpose of evaluator. The evaluator is the one making that decision, and it's strongly technical. And evaluation, and then once it goes to the evaluator, it also tells us whether to buy, sell, and this is all based on the MCAT plot. And if you see this here, MCAT is, think about this as like a long-term prediction line, the MCAT line that you see, the blue line, versus the signal line, which is more of the short term. And if it's always that, if you see that MCAT line trending up below the signal line, then it's time to buy. And you could see that patterns all over. And if you see the current Apple price today, it's close to 218, and it's pretty much close. And what we are predicting is to buy the stock for a long-term value. And the next thing that we do in addition to the evaluation is we also want to identify the dominant sentiment for this stock. So currently, the thing is, for this sentimental analysis, what we do is we search the Apple stock against Google News. We get 7 days worth of data, and then we comb through every news and identify the sentiment and of that specific news. And then the thing is, here we do print out, like, thing is, we plot it out whether it's a positive, negative, or a neutral sentiment. And based on the past 7 days worth of data, what we have seen is most of the sentiment is neutral. And we also built it in a way where you could have like an interactive session, and you can also enter, inputs, like especially, I can simply ask, do you recommend buying me a stock? Then it would go to the context and pull that information where to buy or sell the stock. That's about it. And I could just I could also just type like, do you recommend me to buy Apple stock? It does recommend buying Apple stock, and it's pulling from that context that we have that it developed above. And I can also just ask it to write like a 1-paragraph recommendation about Apple based on all the context. And the thing is, it's going to print out everything from the current context. And the thing is, and it writes it down neatly, where the sentiment is neutral, and the close prediction price is $220, and then it picked ARIMA model, and yeah, and the thing is, the current price is, which is 217 or 218 versus like the predicted price, which is the future price that is predicted is 220. So that's the reason it predicted more of a buy. Atin, do you want to add anything?
No, I think you covered it up. There's a lot of opportunity to further enhance it in the short period of time. This is what we could get done, but we could definitely add industry analysis, company analysis to the prediction, right, to make it a lot more accurate and pull in a lot more factors when making the recommendation. But yeah, that's a start.